Hi, boys and girls. This is lesson 23 problem set. We're going to be doing numbers 1, 2, and 3 and number 5. So we're going to do those together. I'm going to pause the video at parts for you to do some work and then come back and check it. So let's get started with number 1. Number 1 says, on the number line above, use a red colored pencil to divide each whole into fourths. It really is going to help if you have a colored pencil. If you don't have red, you can use a different color. And label each fraction above the number line. Use a fraction strip, one of your fraction strips, to help you estimate if you need to. So each section on the number line we're going to divide into fourths, and I'm going to change my color to red. So it's going to look like this. And I like to start in the middle when I have an odd number of lines that I'm drawing. And then above the line, it says that we need to label each fraction. So we're going to start here with 0 fourths, 1 fourth, and you do need to write small and neatly. Some of you have been getting very sloppy on your work. You need to write small and neat. Oops. That's 4 fourths. 1 whole is 4 fourths. Now we're going to continue counting. So we did 0 fourths, 1 fourths, 2 fourths, 3 fourths, 4 fourths. We're going to keep right on going with our fourths. 5 fourths, 6 fourths, 7 fourths, 8 fourths, 9 fourths, 10 fourths, 11 fourths, 12 fourths. Now number 2, pause the video if you need to get caught up. And it really is helpful if you count to yourself. Your number line is going to start looking like a ruler. And I sent a ruler home with you. You're getting one today after your testing so that you have it at home for the next module that we're doing. So number 2 here says, on the number line above, use a blue colored pencil to divide each whole into eighths and label each fraction below the number line. If you're using a fraction strip to help you, you can help fold it to help you. So we're already in fourths. When we go to eighths, that means we're doubling the amount of spaces we have, right? Because 4 times 2 equals 8. So we're going to put a blue line in between all of the lines that we already have. So if we do that, now we can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces. So we're going to go ahead and do that for all of our sections here. Now this is going to get a little crowded. This is why you need to be super neat. And you might need to stagger your fractions. So we're going to label 0/8, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, 8/8 is 1 whole. We're going to continue counting by eighths. So we're at 8/8. So now we go to 9/8. Notice how I'm staggering 10/8 so that they're not too crowded. We're at 12/8, 13/8, 14/8, 15/8. 16/8 is equal to 2 wholes. Think about it. If I have two pizzas, each with 8 slices in it, that means I have 16 slices of pizza, and that's 2 whole pizzas. We're going to keep on counting. 17/8, 18/8, 19/8, 20/8, 21/8, 22/8, 23/8, 24/8. Finally, we're at 3 wholes. So pause the video if you need to so that your number line looks like mine. And boys and girls, this is what a ruler looks like when it's divided into fourths and eighths, which we're going to be using in the next module. Number 3 says list the fractions that name the same place on the number line. So we are going to list them. So first we're going to circle them on the number line. So let me change my color to pink here. So where I see a spot on the number line that has 2 fractions labeled, I'm going to circle that. So 1/4 I see is at the same place as 2/8. Now I'm going to come down here and write 1/4 equals 2/8. The next one I see is 2/4 and 4/8. So now I'm going to write 2/4 is equal to 4/8 because they're at the same place on the number line. We're just using different labels. Next, we have 3/4. So 3/4 is equal to 6/8. Next, we have 4/4 is equal to 8/8. 4/4 is equal to 8/8. Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can find some more. Find 2 more fractions that are equal on the number line, just like we just did. So I'm going to pause the video and then come on back when you have those written down. Hi, boys and girls, we're back. So any of those pairs that I have highlighted on the number line are acceptable for you to have written down for number 3. Those would all work for number 3. All right, let's move on to number 5. Number 5 says write 2 different fractions for the dot on the number line. You may use halves, thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths, or eighths. Those are the denominators we're focusing on. So let's look at the first one. I see 1, 2, 3 spots there. This dot is at 1/3. If I go 1 space, I'm at 1/3. Now, we can cut each of those little sections in half like this, like we did on our number line, and now we have sixths. So if I count 0/6, 1/6, 2/6. So 1/3 is equal to 2/6. Let's go down to the bottom. I want to do the bottom one with you. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. So my denominator is fifths. And this dot, now this is a 1, so it wouldn't be 5/5. It would be 5/5. This would be 5/5 because it's 1 whole. So now we need to count 5/5, 6/5, 7/5, 8/5, 9/5, 10/5. So we're going to go with 10/5. I'm going to cut each of these parts in half. So if I'm doubling the numbers, I now have tenths. So this would be 10/10. And then I'm going to count 10/10, 11/10, 12/10, 13/10, 14/10, 15/10, 16/10, 17/10, 18/10, 19/10, 20/10. And 20/10 is the equivalent fraction. Go ahead and try this one on your own and this one on your own. Remember, you have to count the spaces first to get the first denominator, and then you're going to cut them in half. So make sure you're paying attention that that is 1 whole already. So you will be submitting this completed page. These 2 you're doing on your own. If they're not done, then I know you didn't listen to the video and did not follow directions, and you'll get a 0. You're completing these 2 equivalent fraction pairs.